He calls for concerted efforts towards economic reforms and service delivery. In peace after years of wrangle. And Commissioners Forum opens in Juba to enhance development.
The suffering experienced by the people.
Dr. Benjamin Paul, I want you to form the economic sector by diversifying the economy and create an enabling environment for investors. Prioritize the agriculture to ensure South Sudan is food secure and ensure civil servants are paid on time. You have the challenges in the government that awaits you in your respective dockets. Our people are facing difficult economic challenges, and I would like you this in your programs as you assume your responsibilities. For Madam Josephine Lagu, I am aware of the challenges relating to the group you represent, that the implementation of the agreement and unity of our people is a priority.
The new Vice President in charge of Economic Cluster expressed readiness to steer the country out of the current economic meltdown in order to enhance effective transformation of the country.
I will do everything that I can to promote Your Excellency's vision for our people. I pledge to do the job you have given me without fear of it. That I will do it for the benefit of the people of South Sudan and SPLM. And that I will do as I have always done without any fuss.
Meanwhile, Vice President Josephine Lagu, who now chairs the service cluster, called for joint efforts from the citizens in a bid to enable the government achieve its dreams of transforming the nation.
This country must get to work, and I mean real work, so that we can afford to provide the quality services we need in education and in the health for our people. The services we all desire for us, our children, and our children's children.
At the event, several cabinet ministers praised the president for these changes, particularly as the country gears up for general elections at the end of the transitional period.
Excellency, this is the right time that you have made these changes as we are preparing for the election. I hope that we are going to work together and make sure that justice are delivered to the people of South Sudan. And we are proud as women of South Sudan to have two vice presidents in the government of South Sudan. Yes, to my brother, Vice President Dr. Benjamin, I know that you are now the chair of the economic cluster, and you know the economic situation of our country. You know how our people have been talking specifically about you, especially related to the economy of South Sudan. Now that you are there as the chair of the economic cluster, I think you need to do more so that we will restore our country back, so that our people will enjoy.
So we have young people, let's pass our conversation to you and to show you that young people are happy for these decisions that we made. To the two vice presidents, service cluster and economic clusters are two very important clusters for self-delivery. open opportunities for young people so that they may find opportunities to work, but also to serve the country.
Officials say this reshuffle signals a renewed commitment to advancing economic reforms and enhancing service delivery across South Sudan. Alejandro Lotok, SSBC.
Moving on, the National Minister of Gender, Child and Social Welfare, Ayawarila Benjamin, urges men to join women in an effort to achieve gender equality as a core component for transformation and social cohesion. Reporter Edward Stephen files the report.
The National Minister of Gender, Child and Social Welfare, Ayawarila, encourages men to recognize women's contributions in communities, accept women and girls as equal partners, and grant them equal access to public decision-making processes.
As we prepare to vote for our new leaders, let us choose those who embody our values, share our vision, and are committed to amplify the voices of women across all the segments of society. Our leaders must be individuals who will not only stand for us, but also represent the diverse perspectives and experiences of women from every corner of our major nations of Sudan.
The first secretary in the Norwegian embassy in South Sudan, Ambassador Josephine, says the government of Norway stands to support South Sudan gender-integrated programming to safeguard integrating gender considerations throughout all humanitarian and development programs and projects.
As well as the lack of commitment to enforcing gender-sensitive laws and upholding international agreements, I hope this platform will facilitate effective strategies to address these pressing concerns. The government of Norway remains dedicated to supporting peacebuilding efforts in South Sudan, emphasizing the crucial role of women in the process. We value our partnership with NTOI and with UN Women, key players in advancing the women, peace, and security agenda in South Sudan.
The country representative of the UN Women, Dr. Rukaya Mohammed, appeals to South Sudanese to accept and uphold the importance of gender equality for all to reap equal dividends in their leisure, rights, opportunities, and resources without prejudice to gender and age.
This year is really critical for gender equality landscape. You know, this year is the 30th anniversary of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action. So we have to reflect on the ongoing work to advance gender equality. We are also celebrating the 25th anniversary of UN Security Council Resolution 1325 on women, peace and security. So we must unify our efforts to achieve gender equality without postponing it for another 137 years. Because our fight, and there are a lot of pushbacks to our gender equality efforts, so when there is so much pushback, we do what to push forward. So we have to push forward against the pushback. This is very, very critical for us to attain where we want to be in this country.
For South Sudan to wage success fire on poverty and other national disparities, it is imperative to grant women and girls access to social protection, decent work, and other relevant support systems. Edward Stephen, SSBC News.
Government is gearing up efforts in order to empower women with skills and knowledge that will enable them to enhance their livelihood, says the Vice President for Gender and Youth Cluster, Rebecca Nyandeng-Demabio, while launching Women and Youth Leadership Project under the theme Pathway to Career Advancement. Reporter Josephine has more in the following story.
President and Chair of Gender and Youth Cluster, Rebecca Nyandeng-Demabio, launched Women and Youth Leadership Project in Juba. This initiative, supported by the United Nations Development Programme and other diplomatic missions in South Sudan, seeks to contribute knowledge and practical experience in management skills and career counseling among young graduates across the country. In her opening address, Vice President Nyandeng reiterated her commitment to collaborating with partners to keep training young women and men in the country for the future leadership.
This initiative is more than just a program. It is a commitment to our future. And that future rests in the hands of our young people. I know that many of you here today are eager, ambitious, and ready to work. Yet, opportunities can seem few and far between. I also know the frustration of wanting to contribute, but feeling like doors will not open. That is why we are here today, to change that, to give our young women and men not just hope, but a real chance to grow, to gain experience, and to live.
The National Minister of Culture and Heritage, Nadia Arab-Dubi, hails partners and the youth for taking the initiative so vital for the national welfare.
I want to advise you that young people, take it. Take it strongly. No one will give it to you tomorrow. You are lucky today you have it, but tomorrow you will not get it. It needs you to carry on so that you teach the coming generation after you.
Dr. Muhammad Abshir, UNDP country resident representative, says this initiative is to empower the youth in the country, particularly in building their leadership skills. Hence, the UNDP is committed to delivering tangible resources to the people of South Sudan.
This government program demonstrates the unwavering dedication to empowering women and the youth in South Sudan. It marks a significant step in our collective efforts to invest in this great nation's future through leadership, inclusivity.
The much needed and essential role of young women and men in promoting and fostering peace and stability is uncontested. The fact is that in South Sudan, we do not yet see the young women and men being asked for their views, and even less being asked to participate in consultations and meetings that aim to resolve conflicts and bring peace. And this is a missed opportunity, as the youth of today are to be the peacekeepers of tomorrow.
A youth participant, Atieng Susan Yol, registered delight in taking the initiative as an opportunity for discussing challenge to the youth and mapping out the way forward for the country.
This program will help the young people to reach their full potential. As we can see in this country, there is a big number of youth that are unemployed. And through this program, the youth can find a direction. They can have a purpose. They can have people that they can look up to.
The launch of the Women and Youth Leadership Projects marks significant development in creating an opportunity for training and shaping the youth for better future leadership in the country. I'm Tong Ashwin, SSB.
The people of Awurial County of Lagu State have cemented a new era of peace to end the hostilities and that had ravaged the county over a decade. The gathering, attended by the community elders and cattle youth, agreed to end the conflict and compensate the victims. Deputy Speaker of the Transitional National Legislative Assembly, Awurial Paramira, and the Governor of Lagu State, Wintin Mabor, also attended the meeting aimed at restoring peace and stability in Lagu State. On the following story by our reporter, James Sarusi Atan.
In those areas of Awurial County, Lagu State, a peace deal was cemented between various communities of Awurial County. The gathering of elders that was attended by the intellectuals of Awurial County and Lagu State government officials focused on ending the conflict that had for long persisted and caused division among the sections of Awurial community. Animal sacrifices with pledges to end hostility and testimonies with vows taken under the witness of the national and the state government officials in their midst.
They are releasing their burning issues. That's why you see people give them a chance to release. So after all, when we finish today, they will come together. And you even see some bulls have been killed before. It is to show that there will be a unity from today.
Governor Rinken, who was in attendance, urged the community members to choose their path wisely for the benefit of the community and the citizens living within. Today what has brought us together in this home called the Aliab. They have been having conflict, and the conflict has been ongoing for the past 10 years. The homes were not safe again for people. People have been killing themselves, and many have died here. My work, cases have been solved, blood compensation has been paid. The security is now calm, so that you stay as brothers and sisters, even if you are Kwei, Rorapu, Galo, and Aker. All those tribes of Aliab have to be in peace. The Commissioner of Awarial County, Philip Maud Garon, believes the gathering will mark the end of grievance between the communities in Awarial County. He added that the decision to end conflict was community-centered and will yield fruits.
And all the political leaders and also government, they will not even compete against, they will stay together and they will come together because fighting is in the community. But the result of it, they are given explanation both sides and they are agreed to stay together. So I think this is the partner.
Meanwhile, the county's Expellion Secretary said working to ensure that there is permanent peace in the state. He said the effort by the state government has seen many communities now living in peace since Governor Ring came into office.
All the process guiding blood compensation were done, and other minor injuries also were compensated. Today, which is the 10th of 2025, we are making the reconciliation process for the two communities in North Rayam, which the county authority was given a go-ahead.
In a diplomatic engagement, Presidential Advisor on National Security Affairs, Toy Chan Rek, and the Israel Ambassador to South Sudan, Gerson Kadar, convened to strengthen security cooperation between Juba and Tel Aviv. Both officials reaffirmed their country's commitment to fostering diplomatic relations. Ambassador Kadar reiterated Israel's dedication to implementing its sponsored project in South Sudan. In a response, Presidential Advisor Red assured Kadar of South Sudan's commitment in addressing security concerns in the country.
Strategic issues in the area, both in the area of South Sudan and also in the Middle East. And we have a lot of issues that we have in common, and we had a very in-depth discussion. And I think we have a lot of areas that we can continue cooperating on, and I hopefully that we'll be back soon in Israel. I hope that our Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs will come soon and we'll be able to continue this discussion and dialogue at the higher political level together with the...
In a separate development, Israel has expressed interest to help building for South Sudan's government a private and secure network over the satellite. Israel Ambassador to South Sudan, Gerson Kadar, made a statement while meeting Minister of Information, Communication Technology and Postal Services Michael Makweleth in Juba on Wednesday, while reviewing Israel telecommunications and e-services project in the country. The Minister of Telecommunication welcomes Tel Aviv's interest in fostering government's telecommunications sector, saying they would work closely with Israel to ensure the country has the best telecommunication infrastructure and reap the fruits of the modern e-service.
The fiber technology and the issue of security in the cyber area. And because on the one hand, when you get more digital, you become more efficient, but then you're also open to issues of cyber attacks. and Israel is one of the countries in the top countries in the world regarding cyber protection. So as you go ahead in digitalizing your communications, your government will be happy to go hand in hand to help you share the knowledge with of our experts with you regarding cyber security. And I hope through these three areas we will be able to cooperate in helping South Sudan go.
The Under-Secretary General for Peace Operations, Jean Piri, is expected to visit Abyei to assess the general security situations on the ground. UNISFA heads of missions and Force Commander Major General Robert Yahweh Afrem made the statement while meeting the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Corporations Monday Simaya Kumba over the general security situations in Abyei. The meeting also focused on shared goals to ensure peace and stability in Abyei administrative area. Speaking after the meeting in Juba on Wednesday, Monday Simaya urges the United Nations Interim Security Forces for Abyei, UNISFA, to continue supporting peace effort while attaining stability in Abyei, affirming government's commitment to working closely with the peacekeeping forces. UNISFA Commander Major General Robert also says the meeting also covered both security and humanitarian issues affecting the region.
Good and fruitful meeting. We discussed security issues, we discussed humanitarian issues and efforts to resolve them. I'm happy of the outcome of the meeting. From here we'll proceed to UNMISS and discuss further support that we can get from the...
And moving on, leaders representing different political parties in the country convened in Juba for a two-day forum organized by United Nations missions in South Sudan, UNMISS. On the following story by our reporter Isaac Ludoro.
The two-day political parties forum that brings together leaders representing different political parties in the country is intended to create trust building and strengthen consensus among the parties. In his opening remarks, the Executive Secretary of the Political Parties Council, Dr. Peter James Wani, assured the Council's commitment to cooperate with the Ministry of Interior to ensure free space is provided for political parties to conduct their activities across the country.
As a political parties council, we strive to collaborate with the Ministry of Interior and the security agents and other stakeholders to ensure that the political parties have the affordable necessary protection and assistance for the state security agents for the purpose of facilitating peaceful and orderly meetings and fair opportunities to present their programs for as a political parties to the public.
David Kwaje, the IGAD head of mission in South Sudan, calls on the African Union to provide support for the completion of the other pending tasks in the revitalized peace agreement.
The African Union must accelerate the establishment of the necessary support which is needed to ensure that the transitional justice mechanisms receive sufficient support.
AU Senior Political Affairs Officer Proper Ado says there is need to develop permanent constitution to guide the upcoming elections.
Some difficult decisions, no doubt, will have to be made for holding the elections. We have issues of deployment of the military unification force and a stable, secure environment for elections. We need a constitution, as was mentioned earlier, a permanent constitution that can help the country transition into a democracy. A census is required, and if not, then an alternative must be found.
The representative of the United Nations mission in South Sudan, UNMISS, is committed to providing technical assistance and capacity building to members of various political parties.
I encourage you to use this forum as an opportunity to engage in frank and forward-looking discussions. Don't focus on what divides you, but on what unites you. The shared goals of a stable and prosperous South Sudan. Finally, I urge all political actors to remain committed to dialogue, compromise, and peaceful engagement. UNMISS stands with you in this journey.
The forum is being organized under the theme, The Political Transition of South Sudan, Reflecting on the Past, Shaping the Future. Isaac Ludori Emmanuel, SSBC News, Juba.
The Inspector General of Police calls on the police personnel to respect the rule of law and adhere to their professional mandate of protecting the law and the property. On the following story, after this short break, stay tuned. Welcome back from that short break. You're still joining us live on SSBC in Juba. The Inspector General of Police, General Abraham Peter Manyot, warned police personnel against violating the law, addressing the law enforcement agencies in Juba. On Tuesday, the Inspector General of Police directed the police to combat crimes and adhere to the professionalism of protecting the citizens and their property.
تحافظ على أرواح بتاع الناس مش أرواح بتاع دول معين ما أرواح بتاع قبيلة ما حياة بتاع جنوبين بس حياة بتاع كل الناس أي بني آدم أنت مكلف عشان أنت تحافظ على حياة بتاعه في حدود وفي دائرة الاختصاص القانون الداخلي. انت مطالب برضو عشان تحافظ على النظام العام، وانتوا عارفين النظام العام شنو؟ اي زول بخالف القانون معناه ده ضد.
Moving on, Commissioners and Mayors Forum commences in Juba on Wednesday. In his opening remarks, Governor Agustino Jarolawani of Central Equatoria State outlined the importance of the forum in developing strategies that will enhance economic development across the country. The governor also added that the local government structure is crucial for sustainable peace and development in South Sudan. Peter Mori attended the event and files us the report.
Under the theme, Strengthening Local Government Structures for Sustainable Peace and Development, in his opening address of the forum, Central Equatoria State Governor Agustino Jadalawani says strong government local structures are crucial for sustainable peace, stability and development in the state.
Let us use this forum to discuss how we can improve coordination and cooperation among all actors working towards the development of our counties. The future of Central Equatorial State depends on how well we govern at the county level. Strong local government structures are essential for sustainable peace, stability, and development.
The Speaker of the State Legislative Assembly, Peter Wani Elia, says the forum is to identify constraints and achievements of the local government across the counties of the state.
I believe the aim of this important forum is for us to identify the challenges and achievements under the local government in all our counties, the Juba City Council, and the Payam's administrative areas. What is important is our unity. We need to embrace the spirit of unity among ourselves, as shown by our able government.
Njoki Kinywanjwa, UNMISS head of field office in the state, says the UN mission is committed to supporting Central Equatorial State government in different fields.
It is indeed a testament of the shared dedication in addressing not only the challenges, but also the opportunities for Central Equatorial State in terms of peace, development, security, and everything else that makes Central Equatorial State great. I want to assure you that UNMISS continues to be your partner. We stand ready to continue working together with the state government. We also continue to offer our support and work within the framework of our mandate to support the priorities of the state.
The commissioners present their work plans and identify challenges facing them in their respective counties. Peter Muri James, SSBC.
And moving on to Malakal, capital of Upper Nile State, where Governor James Mudokoyai inspected the renovation of Malakal's Akoka Road, respectively, describing it as a significant facility to enhance service delivery in the state. Governor James says economic development and ease movement of people and goods